Meanwhile, serious trouble for West Ham. 5 games, 1 win, 4 defeats left them rooted inside the bottom 3. The fans are not happy, protesting against the board. And a trip to, where else? Everton, managed by old boss David Moyes, is next. I mean, I tell you what, Coach, I mean, I've got some sympathy with Graham Potter. I had a message on X about Graham Potter. He said he's had 2 windows, January and the summer, and a fairly successful pre-season with 1 defeat. Sadly, he isn't using the players or systems he tried in the pre-season. I think it's harsh to say he's had 2 windows because he joined on January the 9th. Yeah. So that was halfway through the first window, and then you've got to assess what you've got. My view is that he's been let down by by what's happened in the transfer window that he's had, because frankly, the signings, the recruitment, has just not been good enough.
No, I agree, mate. I agree, and with the greatest respect, I'm looking at the team. I think forward areas, I think it's all right. I do. I mean, Bowen, Paquetá, Somerville, excuse me, Callum Wilson. I know full crew come on for Callum Wilson, but I don't think they're strong enough in other departments defensively. Centre backs, I thought Kilman would do better for them. I really did, Jeff. I've got to be honest with you. Mavropanos in the middle of the park, Lord Prowse and Fernandes. I know Souček's been in there as well. I actually look at them, and I don't think, looking at that squad, looking at that team, I mean, I think they are where they are. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I don't see them being anything anywhere like above middle at all. I think that squad that they've got is below middle and could be in trouble.
Well, after that latest defeat on Saturday, it's safe to say Graham Potter wasn't best pleased. Take a listen to this.
Do you still think you're the right man for the job?
Yes.
Even though we've had a poor start to the season?
Yes.
Fair enough. Can I ask you about the couple of team selections? No, I mean, listen, I asked the question, you answered it, fair enough. Can I ask you about a couple of team selections? The goalkeeping situation, you brought back Areola today.
Yes.
Can you explain why?
Yeah. Sometimes you have a feeling that a player can help the team. And just like all positions, you have to make those calls. And Fons has got some qualities. Of course, he has. He's a top goalkeeper. And he'll help us. He'll help us today, I thought, and I think he did. I think he did well. It's. I don't think it's anything to do with him. It's just. Yeah, that's just life sometimes.
Callum Wilson up front, and then you brought Fulcrum on for the second half. Was there ever a temptation to play both of them together?
No.
The Moose being given a hard time by Graham Potter, who'd just been given a very hard time by the West Ham fans.
Correct.
Let's cross over to someone who knows exactly what it's like to be in the hot seat at West Ham, shall we? Sam Allardyce joins the show. Morning, Sam.
Good morning, Sam. I'm laughing at that interview.
Well, Sam, I've got to ask you the question. How would you respond if the Moose asked you if you were the right man for the job?
You mean the tactician of all tacticians, you mean, don't you? Ooh, you're not tempted to play 2 up top. Ooh, yeah. Oh, my God, man. Oh, dear. He doesn't change, does he?
Listen, Sam, do you think he was more tempted to play 2 up top after he's got Moosey's opinion? What do you think?
Oh, my word.
Yeah. Look, I mean, obviously, Graham Potter's in a spot of difficulty at the moment. I was just suggesting that to Coisty, though, that maybe he's been let down by the recruitment, Sam. What do you think?
Well, I mean, one of the big things, Jeff, today is you're not totally in charge of recruitment anymore, and I think that is one of the big downsides of us having the foreign element of and taking up the foreign element of we are just coaches and nothing else, and I think that means we're lesser managers than we've ever been before. Our responsibility has diminished into, well, just coach the team and that's your job done. And of course, in that case, if you're not in control of the players that are coming in, you're less in control of what you've got and how you can use it. Now, if you've got great recruitment, then that's fine. If you haven't got as good recruitment, then you're going to struggle. And it doesn't really matter how good a coach you are, whether you Pep at the top or whether you're at the bottom, like he is at the minute with West Ham. It's going to be a massive struggle because you're only as good as the players on the pitch, and no matter how hard you try, what systems you use, there is improvement you can make in terms of how you approach it and picking the right systems and blocking off the right players and making life difficult for the opposition when they're better than you, and then changing the way they play if you think you're better than them. It's a very, very difficult job indeed. So, yes, the recruitment has let him down. But you have to roll your sleeves up and change who you are to make sure you can manufacture a result however you can manufacture it, and forget about anything else and forget about the outside world, forget about the pressures of the outside world and focus on what you need to do, and that's win football matches whichever and however you can, and don't listen to the white noise outside.
Sam, I'm listening, and you're right. I mean, you're mentioning there, forget about the outside world, and you're absolutely spot on, because effectively you can only worry about what's going on in your own house. However, would you be a little bit more concerned if you're West Ham, perhaps, or Wolves, or even Brentford, or one or two other teams, that it certainly looks like the newly promoted sides have got more about them this year?
Oh, absolutely, Ali. For the first time in 2 seasons, there's been no pressure on the teams that are already there. The 3 teams that came up have been the 3 teams that have virtually stayed in the bottom 3 the entire season, and last season particularly accumulated the worst points total ever in 3 teams getting promoted into the Premier League. So at least this time we've seen planning and recruitment be a lot better with those 3 teams. Like you mean, so Sunderland, Burnley, Leeds are all looking relatively comfortable in terms that they can compete in the Premier League this season. Early days yet, but a good start for them takes an awful lot of pressure off them. And then the teams that have been sat there in the Premier League for a few years and thinking that, will we be all right again, they're struggling that much more, I mean, never mind, West Ham, Wolves are struggling even more, aren't they? So, yeah, but the problem is, I think, is the home form for for West Ham, the fact that, if it doesn't go well, then it gets pretty hostile pretty quickly. And I think that has an effect, particularly on the players. And that's one of the problems that Graham has to get the players over with and get them playing better and winning more games at home.
Sam, I saw you sitting next to Sir Alex at Old Trafford at the weekend. How happy was he that Robert Sanchez got a red card?
I think if you're a Man United at that particular time, everybody was happy. I think that it took a huge amount of pressure off particularly the manager, Mr. Amaron, like you mean. And I think that in all fairness, it was a pretty comfortable performance. But you do admit though that it was down to 10 men each pretty quickly after that. So it wasn't as if they went through the rest of the game 11v10. But I didn't think Chelsea put that much pressure on them, Jeff, to be honest with you. So a good performance by Man United, and not as much pressure as I expected from a Chelsea side that's been going so well at the moment. And I think that it was a massive, massive 3 points, because anything less than that, the pressure would be building on him again.
Sam, thanks very much indeed again, mate.
Good to speak to you, Sam. All the best.
Cheers, lads. See ya.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.